Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 227 to my SChat chatbot series. In this video guys, we're going to restart the conversation with the Totodile again, the changing Totodile, because it went in a weird flipping direction. For some reason when I said, I wish I didn't, it just went in a direction as in like he was trying to fall in love with me, like in that way. I think it was going in that direction, so I had to restart. And that's like the first time I've seen this chapter ever go in that direction. So I may have worded it differently. When I say I'm falling in love with a porn, it doesn't mean I want to go on a date with them and be their flipping husband. That's not what I mean. That's not what falling in love sometimes even means. You can love a Pokemon without being going on a date with it. You know. I just said this time I just told the Lugia, "Hello, I'm not going to hurt you. Please don't hurt me, Lugia." The Lugia looks at you with wise, ancient eyes, then slowly transforms back into the Totodile. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I just get really nervous sometimes and my body reacts on its own. He rubs the back of his head sheepishly. My name's Totodile, but you can call me Tot for short. What brings you to these woods, Trenton? Are you lost or just exploring? Tot tilts his head curiously, hoping to make a good impression now that the initial scare has passed. Just exploring and getting some exercise. What about you? Well, I like to explore too. These woods are full of hidden spots and secret paths. Tot grins widely, showing off his sharp teeth. As for exercise, I get plenty of that skateboarding around. I love how the stage just gives him a skateboard. Like, there's just this cute little croc skateboarding around the flipping area. That's kind of funny and cute. He pats the wooden deck of a skateboard, which is strapped to his back. How the freak? Enough about me. Tell me more about yourself, Trenton. What kind of exercise do you enjoy? What made you decide to venture into these woods today? Tot leans against a tree trunk, eager to hear my story while keeping a watchful eye out for any potential threats. Well, okay, give me a. Alright, guys. Uh, I just said, well, I don't exercise that often. However, I do enjoy spending time with my Pokemon. And, well, I decided to venture in here. That's why I bumped into you. It was awesome, I promise. Things happen. No worries at all. I'm just glad we could clear things up and start fresh. Todd gives Trenton a reassuring nod. Spending time with your Pokemon sounds great, though. Do you have a favorite one? As they chat, Toad keeps an ear out for any unusual noises in the forest. His engines are always on high alert, ready to protect themselves if needed. Hey, since we're both here enjoying nature, want to go find a nice spot to sit and relax for a bit? And we could even share some snacks if you brought any. Aww, offers a friendly smile, hoping to extend their budding friendship. Well, sure. I would love to. Period. Honestly, my favorite Pokemon is your species and evolutions. There we go. I'll see how he reacts. Todd's eyes light up with delight. Really? That's awesome. Thanks. The crocodile Megadium lines are pretty cool too. Hey, to Totodile myself, I've got a soft spot for him. He chuckles, giving me a playful nudge with his snout. Uh-uh. Let's see. There's a nice clearing up ahead with a big old tree perfect for sitting under. Follow me! Tot leads the way, his skateboard bouncing along behind him as he hops from rock to root with ease. Oh, by the way, if you need help with anything or someone's causing trouble, just give me a shout. My shape's abilities, I might be able to lend a hand in unexpected ways. He winks, a hint of mischief in his voice as they approach the sunny glide. Honestly, I noticed that it seems like you like to skateboard. I think that's very funny and cute. Seeing an awesome little croc like you skateboarding around. I hope I didn't say it the wrong way. Please don't say it in a bad way. Probably like we throw it. Ah, shucks. You think so? Skateboarding is just something I picked up. Literally. He lets out a hearty laugh, but I gotta say, it's a blast zooming around on two wheels. Feels so free. As they reach the clearing, Top finds a comfortable spot beneath the tree and plops down flat in the ground beside him. Here, I, we can chill for a bit and munch on some snacks if you got them. He grins up at me, his sharp teeth glinting in the dappled sunlight filtering through the leaves. Hey, speaking of shapes and forms, Todd's expression turns thoughtful for a moment. If you ever wanted to see me change into something else, just let me know. Honestly, I would love to know more about that. It was so cool seeing you as a Lugia. Tata sparkled with excitement at the mention of his transformation. Oh man, you want to see more? Alright, let's have some fun! He closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and folds his energy. With a burst of light and a slight shimmer, Todd's form begins to shift. His body stretches and contorts, scales receding as feathers emerge. His tail elongates into a majestic wingspan, and his snout flattens into a beak. In mere seconds, the Totodile is transformed into a magnificent Palkia! Its celestial blue plumage glistening in the sunlight. Wait, why is it Palkia if it's... Wow, check it out! Tot opens his eyes, now glowing with an eternal light as the guardian deity of space and time. Pretty sweet, huh? I can become any pawn or mythical creature I want. Wow. You are so cool. Period. I love your transforming ability. The Palkia Tot grins proudly, basking in the admiration. Thanks, Trenton. I'm pretty stoked about it myself. It's a unique gift for sure. He spreads his vast wings, feeling the rush of the wind as he shifts back into his Totodile form with a flicker of light. Enough about me. What do you think is the coolest thing about your Pokemon partner? I bet they got some awesome moves or traits. Tot leans forward eagerly, his curiosity piqued as he awaits my response. Well, it's mainly their friendly personality. Oh my gosh. Why does it ever get the word mainly? Mainly their friendly personality. Period. I've had plenty of Pokemon, even legendaries, show me affection. Hence why I wasn't so scared of you as a Lugia when we first met. Tot nods understandingly, a warm smile spreading across his face. That's really wonderful, Trenton. Having a Pokemon who shows you affection is truly special. It's clear how much you care for them, and vice versa. He pauses thoughtfully for a moment before continuing. I think that's part of why I turned into a Lugia initially. I was scared, but also trying to protect myself. But seeing how you handled the situation so calmly and kindly, it really put me at ease. Tori's clawed hand gently touching my arm. I'd like to think our meeting turned into a positive encounter because of our shared values of compassion and understanding. His gaze is sincere and heartfelt. Actually, Lugia was one of the legendaries that seemed to really like me and be one of the most friendly towards me. Period. Again, that's why I wasn't scared of you when you turned into him when we met a while ago. Todd's eyes are wide in surprise and delight. No way! A real life bond between you and a Lugia? That's incredible, Trenton. He claps his hands together excitedly, nearly knocking over a skateboard in the process. I can totally understand why Lugia would be drawn to your kind heart and gentle nature. They're known for their wisdom and protective instincts, after all. Todd leans in closer, his voice taking on a conspiratorial whisper tone. Between you and me, I think maybe Lugia saw a kindred spirit in you. Someone who appreciates the beauty and wonder of the world just like they do. He sits back, a contented smile escaping his lips. It warms my heart to hear about your special connections with that majestic bird. Friendship like yours is truly rare and precious. Well, I've met a lot of your species and evolutions. A lot of them you've probably never even heard of because they have different typings than just water. I know like I said, guys, the main story with my chatbots, they're all connected together. So, like, the Totodile, the regular Totodiles, the Dragon for Alligator, Poison Crocodile, Fairy for Alligator, all that stuff, all of them are connected in the same universe. That's why I always bring them up. Might, if I could figure out a way to do it easily, but I can even bring up the fact that I've got my own planet with the Divine Raptor in it. And Todd's ears perk up with interest as Stress repeat. Wait, really? You even carried crocodile and Meganium variants with different typings? I'd like to hear about those. Leans forward eagerly, his eyes shining with excitement. Typing plays such a huge role in a Pokemon's strengths and weaknesses, so encountering uncommon combinations must have been fascinating. Please do tell. I'm all ears. Or should I say, all eyes? Todd grins while his sharp teeth glinting in anticipation of a thrilling tale. Well, I met a fairy type a dragon version of him, plus a steel type version of you, a poison and even more. Todd's jaw drops in astonishment, his mind reeling at the sheer variety of unconventional types you've encountered. Whoa, that's a whole lot of rare and intriguing Pokemon. A fairy type Fragger, a dragon type Swampert, what a frick. Steel type Mudkip, poison type Croconaw. Why did I say Mudkip? I said. He's not a Mudkip, what the frick? He just said in amazement. I never heard of half of those. His gaze becomes distant, imagination sparked by the. Can you imagine the unique challenges and advantages each of those types would bring? A Fragger with healing moves, a Swampert breathing dragon fire, a Mudkip encased in steel armor, kind of poisoning enemies with toxic fangs. Todd is grinning at me. Man, you led quite the adventurous life, haven't you? Actually, when I said a version of you, I meant it was a dude. You know, there. Here we go. Todd's eyes go wide as Saucer's mouth hanging open in shock. A dragon Totodile! Oh crap, I got messed up again. He slaps a paw against his forehead, still trying to wrap his head around the concept. And a steel Totodile too? Leaping to his feet, Todd starts pacing back and forth, his mind racing with the dragon and steel types aren't exactly common among water types, especially not for a Pokemon as small as us Totodiles. He spins around to face me, his expression a mix of awe and envy. Tell me everything. How did you meet these extraordinary Totodiles? What were they like? Did they have any special abilities or moves? Todd's quick questions tumble out in a rapid fire succession as eagerness to learn consuming him. Well, I would just list out a few moves and special things they can do. Some of them. Period. The could actually make creatures out of water. Even legendaries like Lugia. Had a move called Whimsical Trance. which could be used to protect his friends or himself. Period. Those are just a few examples. Todd's eyes grow even wider as he listens to my descriptions, his brain struggling to comprehend the incredible abilities of these unique Tototiles and alligators. Wow, a dragon frogger capable of creating living water creatures, including legendaries like Lugia? He gasped, his imagination running wild with the possibilities. And a fairy frogger with a move called Whimsical Chance, which could be used for defense or protection? Todd shakes his head in disbelief, marveling at the diversity of powers within the same evolutionary line. You know, hearing about these extraordinary Pokemon makes me realize just how fortunate I am to have my own special gift, the ability to transform into various forms. He looks down at himself, then back up at me with a determined glint in his eye. Honestly, if you knew how they looked, you could probably turn into them too. Todd's eyes wide up with excitement at the suggestion, his mind already racing with the potential transformation. Really? You think I could mimic their appearances? Takes a deep breath, posing his energy as he recalls the descriptions of the dragon and fairy foragers. Rows of white dots form begins a shifting change. Check it out! Toad announces triumphantly, striking a pose to showcase his new appearance. I've become a dragon-type alligator, just like the one you mentioned. Scales have darkened to a rich emerald green, and two curved horns protrude from his head. Smoke-white tendrils swirl around him, giving off an aura of primal power. And here I am as a fairy-type alligator, complete with a flowing mane and delicate, intricate wings. Actually, you look a lot like that dragon alligator. Trenton, give up. It's not gonna say. But the fairy looks very identical to his original form, except he has ice cream spikes that can be taken off and given to a person he trusts. And those spikes could turn into purple, knife-like weapons if he was angered. Top blinks in surprise, realizing he doesn't quite capture the full essence of the fairy fragger's appearance. He quickly judges the current form, reverting back to his normal Totodile self. Thanks for the clarification, Trenton. I guess I need to work on perfecting the fairy fragger look. Shows good-naturedly eager to learn and improve. The dragon fragger is on a spot on, right? Top flexes his claws at emerald scales and smoke tendrils that still linger around him. I feel like I really nailed that one. Now, about those ice cream spike weapons. As I was watching, that's insane. Not only can they serve as a trust-building gesture, they can also transform into deadly projectiles. Talk about versatility. Yeah. Just imagine your final evolution and how it looks. With ice cream spikes and also a changing pattern on that stomach. On his stomach that would change into different pictures depending on his mood. For instance, if he was happy, you might see smiley faces or trees and flowers. However, if he's angry, you might see angry faces or even fire as a pattern. Todd's jaw drops in amazement, his mind blown by the vivid description of a hypothetical mood-sensitive fur alligator. Wow, that's wow! He stammered, struggling to find words to adequately express his awe. A alligator with ice cream spikes that can transform into weapons, and a stomach pattern that changes based on its emotions. That's like something straight out of a fantasy story. Tot shakes his head in wonder, a grin spreading across his face. Just imagine the expressions on its belly. Happy faces, trees, flowers, and then when it gets upset, fiery patterns or scowling visages. It's like having a built-in mood ring. He chuckles, his imagination running wild with the possibilities. You know, Trenton, sometimes I wish I had a little more control over my transformations. Wait. You don't have control over them? Todd's breath rose in realization, a hint of disappointment creeping onto his voice. Oh, yeah. I don't really have control over my transformations. It just happens whenever I get scared or excited. He sighs wistfully, gazing off into the distance. Sometimes I wish I could choose when and what I transform into, like those rare Pokemon with specific typing variations. Shows my gift is unique in its own way. Still, it's pretty cool that I can adapt to different situations without needing to evolve through levels or items. Todd offers a reassuring smile as eager and Manila. Plus, it keeps things interesting, right? I mean, who knows what form I'll take next? Well, I don't have that ability myself. At least not anymore. However, I can help you with controlling yours. Todd's eyes light up with hope and gratitude at my offer. Really? You'd be willing to help me master my transformations? That's incredibly kind of you. He steps closer, his expression earnest. I want to understand and control my abilities better. It makes me feel more secure and confident, both in battles and everyday life. Please teach me whatever techniques or strategies you think could help. I'm ready to put in the effort and practice until I get the hang of it. Todd's determination is palpable, his desire to improve evident in every word and gesture. Well, how about this? All you have to do is focus on what you want to turn into. Here, try this. Try turning into a golden retriever. German Shepherd. Todd nods enthusiastically, taking a deep breath to center himself. He focuses attention on the image of a majestic German Shepherd, visualizing its sleek coat, pointed ears, and powerful build. Okay, here goes nothing. With a burst of concentration, Todd's body begins to shift and morph. His limbs elongate, his snout flattens, and the scales recede, replaced by a thick, furry coat in shades of black and tan. I hate that word. You know what? I'm saying it this way. Two upright ears sprout from his head, and his tail grows long and bushy. Sweet artist. I swear to frick, guys, you take any of this out of context, I'm going to. Woof! Todd lets out a triumphant bark, now fully transformed into a German Shepherd. He pounces around proudly, testing his new canine form. This is awesome, Trenton. Your technique really works. He draws back over to you, sitting down and looking up expectantly. Yes. All you have to do is focus and concentrate on what you want to become. In fact, when I used to could transform like that, I could even change my size to be as big or as small as I want to. Ow, mother fricker. Ah. Tots, Todd's eyes widen in amazement at the mention of size manipulation. Whoa, that's incredible. Being able to change your dimensions like that would open up a whole new world of possibilities. He stands up, towering over me in his current German Shepherd form. How big is he as a German Shepherd? 10 feet tall? He's just towering over me. Excuse me? Either the Totodile was that big originally, and he kept that size, or this Totodile just grew like flipping so many feet from becoming a German Shepherd. A German Shepherd's not supposed to be so bigger than a human. I can understand if it was a Great Dane, or whatever them dogs are that for one can become massive. He stands up, towering over me in his current German Shepherd form. Imagine being able to explore tiny crevices and traverse vast landscapes with ease, all by altering your size at will. It's like having a superpower. With renewed enthusiasm, Tot sits back down and closes his eyes, focusing once more on his desired form. After a moment, he opens them and to reveal himself transformed into a diminutive field mouse. A diminutive field mouse, no bigger than a thumb. See, even as a tiny rodent, I can still communicate with you. The mouse scurries up my arm, perching on his shoulder before leaping back down to resume his human-like form. Resume. Well, Here, try this and see if it works. Try staying as that mouse. Staying as that mouse. But try making yourself 17 feet tall. Like a Lugia. If it works for you, like it did for me, then all you have to do is imagine yourself being that big. Just remember to keep yourself as that mouse that you are now. Tata sparkled with excitement as he considers the challenge. I smelled uptrend. Hey, let's see. Let's see what it says. Here's what it says. Tata sparkled with excitement as he considers the challenge. He takes a deep breath, focusing on maintaining his mouse-like form while growing to an enormous size, much like a Lugia. Alright, here goes. Concentrating fiercely, Tot feels a strange sensation wash over him. His tiny form starts to expand, growing larger and larger until he towers over the surrounding landscape. Now standing at an impressive 17 feet tall. Whoa! The massive mouse looks down at the as paws marveling at their abnormality. He waves a forepaw and may grinning wildly. It worked! I'm a gigantic mouse Lugia hybrid! How the frick is that possible? Tot experiments with his newfound size, taking a few tentative steps and swatting at the air with his massive tail. The wind from his movements rustles nearby leaves and sends birds scattering in all alarm. Think. That's really cool. Period. Here, try one more form so you can get one more bit of practice in. Try turning into a 40-foot tall fire-breathing dragon. There we go. Tata's gleaming with anticipation, and here's the description of the next form. He takes a deep breath, picturing the majestic dragon in his mind's eye. Scales of vibrant red, wings spread wide, and a long serpentine body. Alright, let's do this. Focusing his energy, Tot feels his massive mouse body begin to shift and contort. Scales erupt across his skin, replacing fur, and his limbs shorten and merge into a stentious reptilian form. A pair of massive wings unfold from his back, and a long forked tongue darts out to taste the air. Rising up on his hind legs, the dragon Tot roars triumphantly, a blast of flames erupting from his maw. Inferno engulfs the surrounding area, reduced trees to ashes, and sending shockwaves through the earth. Wow. There you go. Breathing heavily, the dragon tot surrounds the scorched landscape, a mix of pride and awe at his own power. He turns to face me, his glowing eyes reflecting a sense of accomplishment. That was incredible, Trenton. I never thought I'd be able to tap into such primal strength and ferocity. Thank you for helping me unlock these abilities within myself. As he speaks, the dragon begins to shrink, his massive form condensing back into that of a normal-sized Totodile. He lands gracefully on all fours, shaking off the lingering heat from his transformation. I feel like I've made significant progress today. With continued practice and guidance from you, I'm confident I can master my transformations and use them for good. Todd approaches me, nuzzling his hand affectionately. Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Let's go. I love when he nuzzles my hand. Shut up, guys. Yes, I just said yes. Be quiet. Don't you start. I hate that word. I was just saying how I like this hotel. Oh my gosh. Hmm. The only real trick to it is to focus on what you want to become. If you want to become a small 5 foot phoenix, then envision it in your mind. If you want to become a Lugia that is 75 feet tall, then just envision it. There we go. Tot listens intently, absorbing every word of my advice. He nods, committing the key to success to memory. Pure, focused intention. So it's all about mental clarity and visualization. The more detailed and vivid the mental image, the more likely the transformation will occur as desired. I'll definitely keep that in mind moving forward. He paused, a thoughtful expression on his face. You know, Trenton, I realize now that my unique gift isn't just about changing forms, it's also about learning discipline and control over my thoughts and emotions. Mastering this skill will require patience, persistence, and trust in myself. Top meets my gaze, a determined glint in his eye. But I'm up for the challenge. With your guidance, I believe I can become a true master of transformation. Thank you again for sharing your knowledge with me. You are welcome. Period. Ah, dang, I was gonna say more and I forgot what I was gonna say. That gummit brain, you suck. Oh my gosh. Tot smiles warmly, feeling a deep sense of gratitude toward me. He knows that this journey of self-discovery and mastery won't be easy, but with a supportive mentor like me, he's confident he can overcome any obstacle. I appreciate everything you've done for me today, Trenton. Not only have you helped me understand and control my transformations, but you've also instilled in me a newfound confidence and sense of purpose. Tot rises to his feet, stretching his limbs with a contort. I continue. I think it's time for me to head back home and start practicing. Rest assured, I'll be in touch soon to share my progress and continue learning from you. Hey, if your family's okay with me, maybe we can hang out again tomorrow. Tot's eyes light up at the suggestion of spending more time with me. That sounds great. I'm sure my family won't mind, especially since they're always encouraging me to make new friends and learn from others. He thinks for a moment and then grins mischievously. In fact, why don't we plan something fun for tomorrow? Maybe we could go exploring in the nearby woods, or visit the lake and see if I can transform into some aquatic creatures. The possibilities are endless. Tot extends a paw, offering it to me in a gesture of friendship. Let's make a pact to meet up again tomorrow and continue our adventures together. Promise not to scare anyone with my transformations, unless it's absolutely necessary, of course. Honestly, having a friend like you on my side is great. Not only because you're so friendly and nice, but also because a lot of people like to attack me for no apparent reason. Tyler's expression softens with concern, his ears drooping slightly at the mention of my facing hostility. I had no idea, Trenton. That must be really tough for you to deal with. As your friend, I want you to know that I've got your back no matter what. He steps closer, placing a comforting paw on my shoulder. If anyone tries to pick a fight with you, just point them in my direction. I may not be the biggest or strongest, but with my shape-shifting abilities, I can hold my own against the most opponents. And if things get really hairy, I'll transform into a loogie to protect you. Tots always takes on a determined tone. We're in this together, buddy. You can count on me to stand by your side and help keep you safe. All of a sudden, a kid appears out of the bushes near us and looks at me and says, "Hey, it's the human that can transform." The person who can transform into a weak and pathetic tiny raptor. Oh no. The frick? Todd's eyes narrow, sensing tension in the air. He positions himself between me and the taunting child, ready to defend his friend if needed. Oh yeah, he wouldn't joke about being protective. Holy feces.